So, welcome, the last day of Kwanzaa. And our principle today is faith. So, to believe with all your heart in our people, in our parents, our leaders and teachers, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle. So, all the candles are lit,
Mhm.
and we're ending the week with faith. And a lot of the information that I have used this week has come from this little book. It's Daily Meditations and Affirmations. And let's see, can you see? Yeah, Eric Copage. And it's called Black Pearls. You can get this book at Target, and I think it's like $10 or so. It's not very much, but it's an affirmation every day for African Americans by African Americans. And I looked at it for today, January 1st, and the quote comes from Doug Williams, who was the first Black quarterback for the Washington football team. Back in his day, it was the Washington Redskins, but the Washington football team, he was the first Black quarterback. So for faith, his quote is, I have had so many downs that I knew the law of averages would be in my favor one day. And he was so right because he uh, he did a great job for Washington and really put them on the map. So the reading for today is, when life seems to bring nothing but a string of defeats and disappointments, we've got to have faith that something good is still in store for us. With this faith, we can forge ahead and continue to put forth our best effort. Without it, we give up and accept what comes our way, good or bad. Our precious dreams begin to seem absurdities. It is imperative that we see ourselves as worthy and deserving of a good life. There may be rejections, it may take us a while, but as long as we stay in the game, there's every chance we will score. On the sidelines, we can only watch as others do the work and the winning. So I just love this, and this is a great way to start the new year with faith, just hanging in there, forging ahead. Don't give up, and just keep pushing your way because you are worthy and you deserve a good life. And this principle is so important for us as African Americans because down through history, we have been oppressed and made to feel like we're not good enough and we don't deserve, but we do. So please keep the faith, stay the course, and succeed. You will succeed. So that's my contribution for today. It certainly has been enlightening for me to do this with Jim. I'm so glad that he asked me. And I've learned a lot about Kwanzaa. And I am committing to share Kwanzaa and celebrate Kwanzaa with my family 2021 because there's only a lot of good in this. And I want my family to benefit from the good of knowing their African roots and mixing that with their Christian faith. It's a win win, in
Wonderful.
my opinion. So
Wonderful.
now I will turn it over to Pepper Moore.
Ah, thank you, Veronica. That was so great. Thank you for sharing that with us. I love what you had to say. For me, um, I enjoy this too. I'm so glad. I really love the candles. I really wanted the candles to be a part of my Kwanzaa celebration. So I thank Jim for that. We got it. So I really love that. All right. So yes, we are all here. And Habar Ghani, Imani is the response. It's our last day of Kwanzaa. We have lit the candles. We have celebrated together and shared our perspectives. And I'm so glad. It's 2021 and 2020 was pretty hard, but there are some good things that came out of this. This Kwanzaa celebration is just one example. I do feel closer to the people who have participated in this with me and given me their perspectives. And I do feel like we are closer in the world as a result of COVID. That is not taking away or ignoring any of the negative consequences of this situation, but we are striving together, and I acknowledge that. As far as Imani Faith, I do have faith that we'll come out of this together, and we'll remember the bond that we've created. As far as Kwanzaa, Imani Faith, we learn or are conditioned to be racist or prejudiced. And so we have to work and believe in our hearts, in our people, our parents, our teachers, and our leaders in the righteousness and the victory of our struggle. We learn to believe that one human being's existence is superior or inferior to another. And these are passive messages we learn to confirm and to accept. So we have to unlearn these things. We have to unlearn that the differences in our heritages or in our lives are so vast that they disqualify one group of people from being human. It's just a ridiculous thought, but it is part of what we are conditioned to understand. So we have to unlearn those things. We have to choose to actively make an effort to do that, and to share that with young people as we do that, as we take part in that exploration. We have to actively unlearn and deny messages that separate people from each other. The experiences that we have, the differences, are what make us unique as individuals and as cultural groups. So if we embrace those, no matter where we lie within them, it just makes us better people. It just makes us understand the human experience better. And we can do that. Nothing stops us from being able to do that. We can live our best lives and make our best contributions in that way. To thrive wholly and fully in collaboration and with grace, we can take those steps. The last part of what I want to say is that Kwanzaa is a harvest festival. It's a harvest festival, and it is not to replace any other holiday, but to harvest the seeds of the 7 principles we have been nurturing all year long. We allow our traditions to grow and develop with us. We can do that. The gifts that we give for the last day of Kwanzaa, we have the meal together, and we give our children gifts. Hopefully they're handmade, but we want them to be culturally informed gifts so that they can reflect on them all year long, and that it helps them develop throughout the year, and that they can reflect on them when it's time for Kwanzaa again next year.
Okay.
So thank you. So we're planting new seeds with those gifts that we give, and we keep at it, and we be ready to harvest again next year to harvest those seeds for Kwanzaa. So thank you for including me in this celebration, and Habara Ghani.
Very good. Excellent. Yeah, I'm so glad that you were able to join us. You've really added significantly to my understanding and my celebration of Kwanzaa. So thank you so much, Pepper. This concludes our presentation, and Happy New Year, and keep the faith. God bless you all. Thank you for joining us.